This is not a neighborhood rumor. This is not a bedtime story. This is a county-wide emergency. If your dog is standing at the bottom of you must not go down. Do not call to it. Do not ask why it waits there, frozen, staring upward with its mouth slightly open as though it is listening for you. Once you place your foot on the first step, you have already given it what it wants. And no one who continued beyond the fourth step has been seen again. This is an emergency message issued at 10:34 p.m. by the Department of Public Safety in coordination with County Animal Control and Neighborhood Watch authorities. Please remain calm. Please remain inside. This message is not a test. Over the past 4 hours, verified reports have spread across multiple neighborhoods. Families describe the same sequence of events. Dogs that were sleeping, playing, or following their owners from room to room suddenly relocate to the base of the staircase and become perfectly still. They stand there as if rooted into the floorboards, shoulders squared. To the steps, eyes lifted to the landing above. They do not pant. They do not blink. They do not respond to their names. It looks like attention at first. Then you notice the stillness is absolute. When coaxed, the animals do not come. A bowl scraped across tile produces no reaction. A leash jangles and they do not flinch. One owner clapped beside her shepherd's ear and felt the heat of its breath but did not see the chest rise or fall. Only when she backed away did the mouth hinge a fraction wider, as if something inside had adjusted to watch her better. She shut the kitchen door and waited. The dog remained at the stairs. Understand that. This is not guarding behavior. It is not the ordinary vigilance of a household pet. The posture is wrong. The angles are wrong. The weight gathers too far forward, as if the animal is leaning without moving, pre-tilted toward the first step and holding itself there with effort. The mouth hangs open in a patient, almost listening shape. The longer you look, the more you will feel watched from inside its throat. The sequence changes the moment a foot touches the first stair. Witness statements are unambiguous. The eyes widen to a diameter that does not fit the skull. Color vanishes, the pupils spread like oil, swallowing the iris and then the shine of the cornea. You may hear a noise at first mistaken for a loose nail or an old pipe, but it is coming from the dog. It is a wet, hesitant clicking, like a latch working behind a door, like something unfastening itself one tooth at a time. On the second step, the neck begins to lengthen. Not forward, but up, pulled by a thread only it can see. Vertebrae stack higher than the banister. The jaw drops further than is comfortable, to witness farther than the head should allow, so that the line of teeth tilts toward you like a stairway that goes inward. Saliva draws into long, trembling wires that do not drip. They vibrate as if a low note is humming through them. On the third step, the clicking resolves into short, choking laughs. Do not mistake them for human. They are not your name. They are not your family's voices. They are the shape of a sound learning how to be pleasant. Responders report the noise reaching upstairs rooms through closed doors and vents, arriving before the dog itself. The laughter is how it measures your distance. No statement continues beyond the fourth step. In 17 confirmed homes. Tonight, the last sounds recorded are the creak of old wood, a breath taken too quickly, and a heavy impact against drywall. Doors were forced within minutes. The owners were gone. In every instance, the dog had returned to waiting at the bottom of the stairs, facing the landing, unmoving, eyes restored to their previous size and color, as if the skull had never stretched, and the mouth had never opened far, enough to show a second pale bank of teeth further inside. Tranquilizers have failed. Leashes have snapped. The animal's weight does not match their size when lifted. It surges suddenly as though something heavier than bone is contained within the shape. In one residence, a responder reported seeing a glimmer deep in the throat like a window catching light before contact was lost. The room smelled of hot metal and wet wood. The dog remained where it had been placed by no one. Do not descend. Do not test it. Do not address it as your pet. The animal is not yours. It wears a familiarity that will make you feel cruel for refusing it. It will tremble very slightly as if cold. It will angle its ears toward your footsteps on the landing. It will let the soft pads of its paws squeak against the polished edge of the first riser as though eager to climb. It will not climb. It will not move until you do. Households without staircases are advised to avoid basements and split-level entries. We cannot confirm if ladders, lofts, or sunken dens trigger the same response. We can confirm that the waiting spreads. In 2 adjoining townhomes, 3 dogs arranged themselves at 3 separate staircases at the same hour, each facing a different landing. When the owner in the center unit set a foot down, all 3 turned their heads in unison toward the single sound. Only 1 dog moved. Only 1 owner disappeared. The remaining animals continued to wait, patient and precise, as if the missing person had been subtracted from a ledger neither household kept. You may hear whimpering from below. You may hear nails scrabble once and stop. The scrabble is not panic. It is positioning. It is finding the exact place where the wood speaks to the house. 1 caller reported that the dog's laughter came up through the stairwell and then through the vents, reaching the baby monitor before it reached the door. She unplugged the monitor. The laughter continued through the unplugged speaker for several seconds, thinning and brightening until it could have been anyone's. She locked the nursery door and sat with her back against it until morning. At sunrise, the dog was still waiting at the base of the stairs, head lifted, mouth open, patient as a photograph. We urge you to stay away from the staircase. Barricade doors if you can do so quietly. Do not attempt to blindfold the animal. Do not attempt to carry it outside. Do not throw blankets. Do not roll a ball down the steps to see if it follows. Curiosity is an edge. The thing knows how to catch. It will not lunge. It will not chase. It will let you walk and talk and plan, and it will listen until the plan places a foot where it needs you. This is a matter of geometry as much as behavior. The treads are a countdown. The risers are a throat. The angle of descent carries you into the line of its gaze, and once you are aligned, there is no language in your house that can warn you quickly. Enough people have tried. They have said heel and stay, and their dog's happy name and the mouth that wore that name opened wider to make room for it. The sound fits perfectly inside. Do not look directly into its face when it tilts upward. The eyes will catch you. The black will not reflect your shape. It will reflect your route. You will see yourself already coming down. If you see that, you will complete it. You will tell yourself you are only testing a creak or retrieving a phone or proving to yourself that you are not afraid. The house will agree with you. The wood will speak your weight. The dog will laugh once softly, not for you, and the rest will be quick. Units remain in the field. Some have stopped transmitting. We will continue to provide guidance as long as we are able. If you have already taken the first step, stop. Step backward if you can. Do not turn your back on the stairwell. Do not blink while it is watching. Speak to anyone upstairs in a steady voice and tell them to close the door between you and the landing. If a door cannot be closed, put your hand on the wall and feel for air. If the air is warmer when the dog opens its mouth, you are too close. If your home is quiet and your staircase is empty, do not be reassured by the absence. Some callers report their dogs returning from their waiting place as if nothing occurred, wagging, yawning, leaning into hands, asking to be let outside. They moved easily and blinked and drank water. They were led to crates and lay down and tucked their noses beneath their tails like good animals do. At the top of the stairs, someone laughed quietly as if embarrassed. There was no one upstairs to laugh. The dog's ear twitched in its sleep. Its mouth opened a fraction while it dreamed, and every vent in the house drew in. Remain where you are. Keep the staircase between you and nothing. If your dog is waiting at the bottom of the stairs, you must not go down. It is not a test of love. It is not a question of courage. It is a door standing open in a place where there was never a door, and it is using the shape of your animal to hold it that way. This is the last warning you will receive tonight. Do not descend. Do not listen when it learns your voice. Keep the doors closed and the lights low. If your dog waits at the bottom of the stairs, do not go down. It will wait for the first step. It has all night.